All right, Rich, I have to tell you, this driveway looks awesome. All the dirt is gone, and you did a great job, and it's dry, and now it's ready to choose the sealer.
Right.
All right, Quikrete has a number of sealers. Let's go through the different types of sealers where everybody can pick one for their project.
Okay, the ones we have here, the first one is our masonry sealer.
Okay.
It is a silicone-based, penetrating silicone sealer.
And it's a very natural look, right? When that's applied.
Natural look. A lot of people like to use them on pavers because they like that natural look on top of the
Get that
paver.
rustic paver look. Very good. Okay, and that we're not going to use, correct?
We're not going to use that one.
All right, the middle one.
The middle one is our acrylic concrete cure and seal.
So it's a water-based.
It's a water-based, high solids content, particulate. It is actually going to look like a satin. It's going to go on milky.
Okay.
And it's going to dry to a light sheen.
Okay, now, so this beautiful driveway we have here is going to give it a little bit of sheen, a little richer look?
Correct.
Okay. And this sealer here?
This is the wet look.
All right.
It's a high gloss sealer. It's going to pop when somebody looks at it. It's going to shine a lot more. A lot of people like to use that on stamped concrete or stained concrete.
Okay, it's got a little higher solid content, and
right,
that's what creates the
yes,
gloss. But
yes.
the one we're going to use is going to penetrate, give it a little bit of sheen. Let's get started on our project. What's step number one?
Step number one, Gary, is since we did this yesterday, a couple of leaves have fallen on it, some twigs, we want to blow those off to get the surface really nice.
Okay. So once we get all the loose impediments off, then we're ready to apply the sealer.
Right.
This is not a concentrate. This is ready to use, correct?
Ready to use. All we're going to do is take full gallons of the material, undiluted, and pour that into a pump sprayer.
And how much square footage should this sealer cover?
It's going to vary on the first coat, but you're looking at 150 to 200 square feet.
As you're spraying that on, we're working in one square area of one block of driveway here?
Small areas at a time. We're going to spray it first, and then we're going to back roll it.
Now, the back rolling, that's a real important step. Why are we back rolling it?
Well, number one, we want to back roll it both perpendicularly and horizontally so that we get all the surface area covered with the acrylic sealer.
Yeah, and folks, if you don't get it into the concrete, you're going to have a residue on top. And of course, you're going to have some shiny areas. So
some shiny areas, some sticky areas, or some blotching. So we want to roll it right into the concrete and make sure that there's no puddles left.
Sure. Now, I notice it's going on white.
Yes, it'll go on white, and it's going to dry slowly until like it's just a satin, light, shiny finish.
Okay. Now, is this going to require one coat, or is it possible we need a secondary coat?
We can get by with one coat, and it's going to look really good, but for added protection, especially where we live in this freestyle cycle area,
sure,
we recommend putting a second coat on, and you're going to get almost 400 square feet per gallon at that point.
Well, let's talk about once it's applied here, what is the drying time on this particular sealer?
Depending upon the surface temperature and also the wind, it's going to take about 1 to 2 hours to dry completely.
Okay.
You don't want to put traffic on it for at least 8 hours.
So you can probably walk on it, but don't drive your car on it for like 8 hours or so.
Yes.
All right, that's important. We don't want to have any territory. Well, Rich, I'll tell you, this driveway turned out looking great, a nice satiny look, and that driveway's protected. How long should that last?
It's going to last about 3 to 5 years, Gary, under normal circumstances.
So it's going to make this driveway last longer?
It's going to last longer, which is what you want out of your concrete. You want it to perform better, so it will last longer with sealing.
All right, and seal it every 3 to 5 years. Rich, thanks.